Hello there, everybody. A special treat for you. We are all going on holiday with Lee Anderson. That's right, Deputy Chairman of the Conservative Party, MP for Ashfield, and notorious racist. I was just flicking through Twitter when I discovered the following tweet of a screenshot of some garbage Anderson posted on his Facebook page, and it reads as follows: Do gooders again. I don't know why gooders and again have capital letters, but anyway. Moaning about the migrant barges, but, and I assume this then goes into a quote from the Sun article that he's attached. Tory Deputy Chairman Lee Anderson said, "If the economic migrants do not like our on-board hospitality, then they are quite welcome to stay in France. This Easter, I am taking a break on a barge on the Llangollen Canal with me kids. This has set me back 1,200 quid for 3 nights. The migrants should think themselves lucky." So a few things to note. He is definitely not going on a canal holiday on a barge. He clearly means a narrow boat or a canal boat, but he just wants to be edgy. Because everything he does in life, he has to have a pop at asylum seekers. That's all he does. All he wants to do. It's pathetic. And 1,200 quid for 3 nights. Is this genuinely the going rate to stay on one of those things? My God. I mean, that is excessive. I mean, it's April. It's cold still. Well, it's mild, but still cold of an evening. Oh, 1,200 quid for 3 nights. Well, at least he has 1,200 quid to throw around for 3 nights on a canal boat. He's clearly in a better financial position than lots of others. That tweet was followed by the following text. The cheek of it. A few weeks on a barge, then a flight to Rwanda should ease any housing fears. Any complaining, then feel free to give up your own home. I mean, what is he talking about? What a load of nonsense this guy speaks. I mean, this is a very common right-wing tactic at the moment. Anybody like myself who is vaguely sympathetic towards asylum seekers, the likes of Lee Anderson here, expect me to open my front door and allow 15 of them into my 2-bedroom flat, as opposed to, I don't know, government actually processing claims to see who has a legitimate claim, housing people properly, having the infrastructure in place to accommodate these people. Apparently I have to do it. I have to have 4 in the kitchen, 3 in the lounge, 4 in the ensuite, 12 in my bed with me, and 7 on the balcony. That's how sad this whole debate has become. Like, we don't have the facilities to look after these people anymore, so I should invite 15 of them into my 2-bed flat. You know? So let's follow up on this, shall we? Let's see whether Lee Anderson has posted any updates of his holiday. And as we go through this, by the way, we're going to see how many references to Britain there are, how many references to illegal migrants there are, because these are his obsessions. He loves telling us how British he is, he loves telling us how patriotic he is, and he loves slagging off foreigners. So let's see how many of those we can cram in to his holiday. Oh, okay. First update. My weekend. I won't be travelling to foreign shores. Oh, he's at it already. Tomorrow, I will start a weekend break with my 2 boys on a canal boat in North Wales. I cannot wait, and anyone who thinks that this is wrong needs to have a reality check. Love your country. It's not that difficult. Happy Easter. So wait a minute. So what is he saying? So he's suggesting if we aren't willing to spend £1,200 to spend 3 nights gallivanting around Welsh canals on one of these things, we are in some way lacking in patriotism and we must despise our country. Genuinely, this time of year, if I had some time off, I would want to go somewhere just a little bit warmer. I like to throw on a t-shirt and shorts. And I don't think this does it for me. I'm not sure this does it for many people, to be honest. It seems very niche. I did this once when I was a child. I was dragged onto the Norfolk Broads by my parents And we stayed for a week on one of these boats, and I remember it being cold and wet, and not something I cared to replicate at any point in my life. Not that I mind the cold, not that I mind it being wet, but it's just not my idea of a holiday. But fair enough, Lee Anderson, you know, he doesn't want to travel to foreign shores, whatever that means. And yeah, he clearly loves his country more than I do because of this. All right, let's see what else we got. Ah, yes, here we are. The first video of Lee Anderson's holiday. He's called it Canal Capers. And please be very careful if you're Googling canal capers. You do not want to miss the first C. I promise you. So let's have a look at what Lee Anderson is getting up to on his holiday, because I know we're all very excited. And again, let's just keep a close eye on the subtle hints of patriotism that he loves to throw in.
Hey up, just a little holiday video on the canal boat. That's one of my boys up there, one of my children. He's 31 years old, by the way. Let me show you the view. Beautiful. Look at that.
It's like something from the Blair Witch Project. It's trees, it's grass, it's weeds, and it's likely sewage-infested water. Lee.
That's what you get.
That's what you get for what? 1,200 quid. That's what you get.
So this weekend we're living on the edge of Wales and the edge of England.
Well, wasn't that exciting? Part 1 of Canal Capers. I mean, even there was subtle hints of patriotism, wasn't there? Because he genuinely is in awe of the sight of trees and water and weeds and grass and a path. I mean, these are things that exist pretty much all over Europe, but he wants us to believe there's something particularly special about our trees and murky water and weeds and grass and paths. All right, part 2 of Canal Capers, and he looks like he's quite high up. So let's see what he's doing, shall we?
Hey up, Lee again. Canal Capers, part 2. On this, I think it's called an aqueduct, Ponticilic Aqueduct. Come here, son number 2. Just film down there, look. Look at that. That's a sheer drop. I think.
My God, Lee, hold on, please. We wouldn't want to lose you. You are such an important parliamentarian. It would be truly devastating if you fell to your death at this moment. So please, for the sake of our country, hold on tight.
I think this aqueduct's about 250 years old. What they could do back in the day, good old British technology.
Ah, right, we've got our first reference to Britain. Good old British technology in relation to an aqueduct. Is it technology? Is it more engineering? Are they closely? Am I nitpicking? I probably am. To me, an aqueduct feels like it's more of a tremendous feat of engineering rather than a tremendous feat of technology, but I guess I'm nitpicking.
So we're going into Llangollen now, probably have some fish and chips.
Of course, fish and chips. Classic British cuisine. Good.
A few beers and...
Few beers. Good. Yep, we've had 3 British references here, yep.
Spend time with my 2 boys. I'll see you later.
So, there we have it. Great British technology, fish and chips, and beers. My God, I'm having a great holiday. I don't know about you guys. Oh, let's move on to part 3. Whoa. Wait just a minute. Before we get on to part 3, what the hell is going on here? Lee Anderson tweets, "Okay, you win. So I got told to stop tweeting whilst on my break and spend more time with my children. Meet the kids." What? Is he taking the piss or something? Is he just found a couple of randomers to take photos of and pretend they're his children because that's what we'd expect his children to look like? Or, for the love of God, are they genuinely his children? What's this? What's this look here? The mullet and the mustache and the strongbow dark fruit. Call yourself a man? Call yourself a man, do you? A real man would get a real drink. And as for you, drinking this foreign muck, you need to drink a nice English lager, son. I mean, there aren't any, but Kronenberg 1664, Strongbow Dark Fruit. No, these cannot possibly be his kids. He's taking the piss, surely. Didn't he say the oldest is 31? What the hell? This guy looks about 45. Who would look like this at 31? Terrifying stuff. I'm getting flashbacks to The Hills Have Eyes for some reason. Can't possibly think why. I'd be interested to know if these are actually his children, because they are exactly as I expect his children to look. I feel this may be a troll picture. God, I'm just not sure. Moving on to part 3. Oh, here he is. Part 3 of Canal Capers coming up. I mean, look at this guy. What a cool dude, eh? Right. Let's go.
Hey up, it's Lee, Member of Parliament for Ashfield and Eastwood. It's part 3 of Canal Capers. Had a brilliant night last night. Went out with my boys. You might have seen them on Twitter. Attracted a lot of attention. Lots of positives to be taken out of the comments last night. But seriously, we had a nice meal and a few pints. Then back on the boat, a few more drinks and a bit of a laugh and a recap of the day. But today, look at this. This is absolutely beautiful. There's my boy there he's out with his 2 dogs. Spin the camera around, Cletus. Yeehaw.
Right, so he called him Cletus there, so I get the impression it is a piss take. I get the impression the photo was a piss take, which is a shame, because, God, I really expected his children to look like that. I'm somewhat disappointed.
There you go. This is absolutely beautiful. So I think what we're going to do is probably do another little video later on and show you where we end up this afternoon. But I recommend this holiday, 100%. Absolutely brilliant.
I mean, it's a little bit dull. Come on, Lee. Where's your get up and go? Where's your spark? Look at that water. Look at it. Look at that water. My God. Look at the colour of that. It's you. You've done this. Well, part 3, I have to say, was a little bit disappointing. You need to up your game for part 4, please, Lee. Because we're all getting a little bored here. We need something to happen. Like a collision with another boat. Anything. Someone needs to fall overboard. Get a load of that water in their lungs. Come on, anything. Let's move on to part 4. So, part 4 of Canal Capers. And I know what's going on here. This is a lock, isn't it? Yes. Right. Let's see what Anderson has to say.
So this is probably one of the best parts of the boating journey, is going through the locks. So I'm just going to show you what we're doing now.
I mean, is it this genuine? So hold on. So 1,200 quid, and this is the best part? I could cry. The idea of paying 1,200 quid and this being the best part is depressing as all hell.
There you go. So we're just travelling through. A little bit of a reverse thrust to slow it down.
Reverse thrust.
There you go. In the lock now, and then sun number 2 will start and close the gates. Now he's back on the other gates, opening those up, ready to let the water in and watch the boat rise. You can see the side look. See the boat rise. And now we have it, son number 2 again, putting his physique into it.
My God, it really is him. It's genuinely him. Look, he's got the mustache and he's got the silly hair. Good grief. In a way, I'm relieved. I expected them to look like that, and they do. So it's a great relief that it wasn't a joke after all. He needs to keep his hair up like that, or indeed get rid of it. That's much better than the escaped convict look from the previous photo.
Good lad. So I better jump back on the boat. Sail it through.
Nice to see Lee Anderson helping his son out there, wasn't it? Poor little Git's doing everything himself.
There you go. And now we're through the lock. It's great. And that's how you go through a lock. Very entertaining, and I thoroughly recommend it.
What do we think about the thoroughly entertaining aspect, people? Well, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I wasn't personally entertained, but I'm very difficult to entertain. So maybe if, locks are your thing, you were entertained. But I can only speak for myself, and I feel like my holiday with Lee Anderson is ruined. Hopefully he redeems himself in part 5. Sorry, I missed the text on Canal Capers part 4. Travelling through the locks is a great adventure and a look into our great past. Off to the pub now. How is this guy a parliamentarian? Guys, it's part 5, the final part of Canal Capers. I'm sorry this journey has to come to an end, but come to an end it will. Lee Anderson, I believe, is going to give us an internal tour of the narrowboat for whatever reason. It's about 1.5 minutes. I just want this holiday to be over.
So, morning everybody. This is it's our last day of the holiday. Really, we get just all packed up. Somebody asked me to show them the inside of our boat, so I'm just going to show you now. So obviously, this is the front of the boat. There's a little door here, and you can see we're cruising along, so steady 3 miles an hour. This is the living area, the living room. You've got a nice table there, and the settee there that folds down to a bed, so you can get a couple of people in there. Then you've got the kitchen.
Couple of asylum seekers. Good. Good idea, Lee. This is good.
Kitchen, fridge, gas cooker. It's adequate. Central heating. There's radiators, so it's absolutely boiling in here, which is really, really good. Then you've got, that's where I've been sleeping, double bed.
I wonder where his kids have been sleeping. Probably on the floor outside.
You've got wardrobe, lots of storage space here to put all your stuff. You go down to the other end of the boat. You've got 2 beds here. They're big enough for a couple of kids. My kids have been on this, so that's really, really good. And then you've got the bathroom, toilet, sink, and a nice shower there. That's more than adequate. Lots of hot water.
He sounds like a rogue estate agent, doesn't he?
Again, storage space, lots of cupboards. And then you come back out here. You see my son number 2 is driving. And then to help you on your way, you get really good instructions from the staff here at on the canal boats, and you get these booklets so you can plan your course. And we booked with Black Prince Holidays this time. And to be honest, it's been really good, really helpful. They're at the end of the phone if you need them. So yeah, give it a go. See you soon.
Lee, I've never been so bored in all my life. Like, what? It started out so promisingly for us, and we've just descended into the most mundane, tedious drivel imaginable. So, folks, that concludes our holiday with Lee Anderson. I hope this holiday has taught you how to be a patriot. I hope this holiday has taught you that you don't need to visit Johnny Foreigner in order to have a nice holiday. You can do so here on the murky waters of the United Kingdom. You can pay £1,200 for 3 nights for something that cruises along at 3 miles per hour. You can have fish and chips and beer every night. You get to experience how locks work. The most exciting part of any holiday should be experiencing how a lock works. Even when I go on an all-inclusive holiday, which I've done a couple of times in my life, I say, listen, unless I experience opening a lock, I'm not interested. Anyway, we all want to know, don't we, what Lee Anderson got up to upon his return from his holiday. Here it is. He went straight to Stoke in Stoke. Absolute pleasure to stop by in Stoke today to support Jonathan Gullis MP and his team of Tory councillors as they look to get re-elected next month. John is raking in the millions for Stoke from government, but we need sensible councillors to spend it wisely. Good luck, pal. And there they are. Of course, standing in front of a pub. Because where else would they be? A really sorry sight. I can't think of 2 worse members of parliament standing side by side, to be honest. I don't think there are any. This is a true representation of fascist Britain. And of course, he's wearing the black shirt again. Is that black or is it navy blue? I think it's black. I'm going to go with black. Anyway, thank you for watching and thank you for joining me on Lee Anderson's Canal Capers. Goodbye.